head of the British Army, one of the most cerebral thinkers that we've got, a strategist, we need to listen and listen carefully. We've been too complacent. I think I've said this many times with you. What's coming over the horizon should shock us. It should worry us, and we are not prepared. We've had a couple of decades, 3 decades or so since the Cold War. Life has gone well. It's now going to get more difficult as authoritarian states exploit our timidity, our perhaps reluctance to really put fires out. And the best example of that is a democracy on the corner of Eastern Europe that, in its 3rd year, is now in conflict, and we've not resolved that. So Patrick Saunders is saying, prepare for what's coming over the horizon. There is a 1939 feel to the world right now. These authoritarian states are rearming. There's a risk averseness about the West in wanting to deal with that. And institutions, global institutions such as the United Nations, aren't able to hold these errant nations to account. In fact, the UN, I'd go further, is reaching its League of Nations moment unless it's reformed. So that's where the world is heading. We need to wake up to that. There's a mindset now of this era of insecurity that we're heading towards, but we're still on a peacetime defence budget of just 2%. That does need to change. And the Red Sea is a great example that if you don't step forward, if you're not robust in dealing with those that are testing the envelope, it will be our weakness will be exploited, and it will affect our economy.
OK, so let's unpick some of that, should we? We don't have enough members in the army, is that what you're saying?
Very much so. The army is now overstretched. It's down to 70,000 or so. Different reasons for that. Pay is now an issue. Accommodation is improving, but remains an issue as well. You're obviously competing salary-wise with the Civvy Street too, so that needs to be looked at. I know Grant Shapps recognises this, recognises the concerns here. There's also the state of our reserves as well. They're the ones that will be pulled in if we need to mobilise too. But ultimately, as I say, it's a big mindset of Britain recognising just how dangerous our world is going. What is our role to step forward, as we've done in the past, to defend what's important?